Well, you've probably already seen this next video on your social media, but just watch it again.
Okay, you're at 4. 5. So this is sort of like a standard period cramp, but for 7 days.
It's not fun.
No. So you want to go to work?
No.
No.
I just want to.
You want to
Hungry.
stand up,
Hungry.
do stuff?
Yes. Oh.
You're only at a 6?
That's 6.
Okay, you're at 4.
Oddly a little satisfying to watch this moment. This was at the Calgary Stampede this year, where a company called Some Days put period pain simulators on men to give them a bit of a taste of what it's like for millions of people around the world who live with this every single month. Lex Perry is the CEO and co-founder of Some Days, which is a line of natural period pain relief products. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Lex. So great to have you here.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to be here.
I weirdly enjoyed watching that video. And here in studio, we've got Shaq from our security team, who's agreed to try on this simulator for us. Thanks for taking one for the team, Shaq. So we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, I really want to start asking how this happened. How did you create this tool?
Well, this tool has existed. So essentially, it just makes your muscles contract, which so it imitates the same thing that happens in your abdomen when you have period pain.
What was it like to be at the Stampede and have these cis men try this on? What was the reaction like there?
They were really excited. Actually, we had lineups of like hundreds of people, mostly of women bringing their husbands along or their boyfriends, being like, you absolutely need to try this. And then we did so many that we ran out of like the stickies that we needed to perform it. And people were like upset. A lot of men really wanted to understand what it was that their partners were going through. And so it was a little bit shocking to see how much compassion that there was.
And that's really the point, right? I wonder if you can just backtrack a little here and talk about why it's so hard for us to openly talk about our periods. What can we do to sort of change that?
Well, something that we found at Some Days is that it's really difficult to engage people who are not directly impacted by it. And so people who experience like high levels of period pain are talking about it all the time. But men or people who don't have periods or our teachers or our educators, our doctors, sometimes can't quite empathize with what's going on. And so by like opening up the conversation with something that makes people giggle and is interactive and can like build a little bit of real empathy because they're feeling what you feel, it's easier to have those conversations and open up dialogue.
And I wonder what you think about advertising in this sort of public sentiment of women just have to power through, or anyone experiencing a period just has to suffer and power through.
Well, at Some Days, that's what we're really trying to teach people, that period pain is not normal and that we shouldn't be expected to perform at the same level. So the average person with a period misses 9 days of work a year, which is an absolute like shocking thing to many people. And then up to 80% of people with a period say that they, even if they're at work, that they're not able to be as productive or engaged. Because when you're experiencing that much pain, it's difficult to focus on other things. And we're really expected to be silent, to endure, and to sort of, or mask or hide what's actually going on. So 1 in 4 people with period pain actually lie about why they're missing work.
Right. And I wonder what you think about whether if more people understood or could physically feel this kind of pain, whether things like access to abortion clinics, sick leave, time off for a maternity leave might look different in other parts of the world.
Yeah, well, I think it really comes down to the fact that women are not believed or that our experiences are not validated. And so being able to actually embody that sensation, so the period pain simulator, for example, it bridges that gap so that people are like, oh, I couldn't have even fathomed. When it's not in your like direct line of view, it's not your experience, it's difficult to think outside of yourself, to like walk in somebody else's shoes. So I think that it would really improve access to almost everything in women's healthcare if people really understood what we were going through.
Okay, well, let's put this to the test. One of our really brave crew members, Shaq, has kindly agreed to try this on. So we've got you all set up, Shaq. Let's get this started, see how it goes.
Go.
So walk us through kind of what you're feeling here, Shaq.
All right. Okay. Wow. That's normal pain?
So where are you feeling it, Shaq?
Let's see. Yeah.
Breathe.
Oh my God. Wait. Yeah, let me see. Let me stand up with it. Okay, go. Oh. It's in my legs.
Do we have an idea of what level? I know are there 10 levels here, Lex?
There are. So a level 5 is like typical period cramps.
Okay, hold on.
And then as somebody with endometriosis, generally I sit around a 10.
Wow.
And so that's sort of what we're walking people up to, is to like experiencing the range that people experience on their period.
Whoa.
Okay, Shaq's not doing so well right now.
No. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's where
And
the
now you gotta
ovaries
go to
would-
work.
Whoa.
So Shaq, where are you feeling the pain? Is it just kind of like abdominal pain right now, or do you feel it traveling?
It's like abdominal. I got it in the back. It's like shooting down the legs.
Yeah.
Like my whole lower body right now. It's like I'm walking on the moon. I can't. Like, oh my goodness.
And you know, you watch this and you think, Shaq, women and people who experience periods literally just do everything that they normally do in their lives, go to work, go to school, take their kids, make dinner. They do all of these normal things and experience that sometimes. I mean, it depends on what you're going through, but you were saying, Lex, you experienced a level 10 of this.
Regularly. So not as much recently. I've sort of had my pain under control at the moment, but endometriosis, which is not period pain. So endometriosis is one of the most painful diseases in the world and is regularly mistaken for period pain. And so what that says to us is that a lot of people are experiencing extreme period pain.
Okay.
Which is
well, certainly a really, really important conversation and an important experiment. Shaq, thanks so much for taking one for the team. We appreciate that. And Lex, thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks for
Such a
having
pleasure chatting with you. How you doing there, Shaq? You're okay. You're okay. You're gonna survive, I promise.
I might need a Midol.
We'll get you hooked up. Don't worry.
You need some days.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.